What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is day number 15. So, let me undress myself because I'm just getting off watch. So, I actually just thought up this topic. It materialized from a conversation I was having with my brother maybe a day or two ago. We were just talking, whatever, and he asked me about how it's like you don't remember some conversations. I love you, bro, but we've talked about it a couple times, and you ask me about it every time, and I've told you. But anyways, he asked me about how, if I moved up in my position yet. And I know I've told him this a couple times already. There's only, in the maritime industry, you got the entry level, which is, we're talking deck department, because I don't know the specifics I know the general positions and the engine, but there's different levels of like Q-meds that I don't know all of them. I'm just speaking of the deck department right now. You got the entry level position is an OS, ordinary seaman, and then I believe you need 365 days of sea time before you can go from OS to A.B. So in an entry level position, you figure I'm on a 120-day contract. So unless you sail for a whole year straight, which generally most people don't. There are some people out here that, like the second mate I was telling you guys about in yesterday's video or the day before, where he sailed for 11 months straight. But it's because he was really trying to advance fast. He was trying to become an officer fast. Let me get this little corner out. Excuse me, that's better. But generally speaking, most guys will do 4 months on, 4 months off. I just go by however I feel, whatever I got going on at home. Because I've done 4 months on, 4 months off, 4 months on, 1 month off, 5 months on, 8 months off. That's been kind of my rotation for the past 2 years. Just whatever I want, really. But typically typically the sailing schedule for guys that are doing it like a full career, if they're gonna do 4 months on, 4 months off, 4 months on, or maybe they're even, maybe they do like a 60-day contract, 2 months on, two months off, 2 months on. But those 60-day contracts can vary. You might not, they're kind of a fill-in position sometimes. But so starting from the bottom as an OS, you have 365 days of sea time you need before you can upgrade to an A.B. So that means even if you did 4 months on, 4 months off, 4 months on, you only have 240 days. So basically, as an OS, you need to sail for about almost 3 years, 2 years, say 240. You need to sail for a year and a half of a normal career, 4 months on, 4 months off. You'd have to sail for about a year and a half, and then you'd have to go take the classes. So basically, you're looking at time off, time in classes, time working, whatever. You're looking at a year and a half to 2 years before you can upgrade to an A.B. The SIU program basically fast tracks that, because while you're in school at the program, you get half days. So combined with the half days and second phase and fourth phase, I got my A.B. within a year and a half. But I didn't have to sail all that time because I was in class. Once you become an A.B., the next level you go to, you got O.S., A.B., able-bodied seaman. The next level you're going to go to is a third mate. But you need 1,080 days before you can become third mate. And once you get to 1,080 days, you have options, because that shows you have experience in most cases. So now at 1,080 days, you go from blue book to green book. And a green book, you can now become a bosun's mate, which you either become a bosun's mate or you can do A.B. maintenance jobs, which are basically like a bosun. And those two I've heard from many other sailors, even officers, that say there's certain ships that bosuns or even bosun maintenance jobs can make more than third mate jobs. But you know, it all depends on the contracts, whatever. But there's tons of guys that they become A.B.s and they become career A.B.s, because for that same reason, you don't even have to be a bosun's mate or A.B. maintenance. There's regular A.B.s that once they get that seniority, you know, there's contracts out there that'll pay a A.B. $10,000 to $15,000 per month. I'm not on that kind of contract. I'd love to be, but I don't have that seniority and that experience to be up there. But so my brother asked me, "You haven't moved up yet? What's going on?" Like, no, I'm like halfway to my 1080. I think my neighbor's awake. He probably hears me. I'm not gonna call him out though. But he's asked me a couple times, and it's like I keep telling him, like, no, I'm not there yet. And then he asks, and I've told him each time, like, you know, there's some guys become A.B.s for their whole career because they find a good contract that pays well. They just stick with it, because sometimes those contracts pay more than an officer contract. And if you think about it, even if, say, I get my third mate license, by the time I get my third mate license, I've built up the seniority and the unlicensed union. I've already built up that seniority, so I'll have, you know, first dibs to some of those higher paying contracts as an A.B. I built up the seniority, and I've built up, I just lost the word. I don't know, I forgot the word. But basically, yeah, I built up that seniority, I built up that sea time to where I have call on those $10,000 to $15,000 contracts that supposedly are out there. Well, okay, at that time, I have that experience, I have those sea days. Now I get my third mate's license. I'm a brand new third mate in an officer union. Back down to zero with that seniority. So, starting off third mate, experienced A.B. You know, what kind of contract do you think that third mate's gonna get compared to an experienced A.B.? Experienced with seniority A.B. You know? And so he asked me, like, well, what are you gonna do? Like, dude, I don't know. You know, of course, once I get to there, I would like to go for my third mates, just to say that I did. Will I sail as a third mate? If I pick up a contract, then yeah, why not? But if I'm being offered A.B. contracts that are obviously going to pay more than any third mate contract I could find, obviously I'd pick up the bigger contract as an A.B. But I won't know till I get there. But that's just a little discussion for tonight. Like I said, we're back on the dock, so I start at 12. I I start my gangway watch at 4. My overtime today was pretty much just feathering out some chippings up on the hatches. And then my gangway watch, I finished my fourth book. I've read 4 books in this 15 days that I've been here. And they're all pretty big books. Read my 4th book, finished it out, and that was it. This is the end of my day. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little lesson on A.B.s, third mates, seniority. You know, I hope that made sense to you guys. I'll have to explain it to my brother, or he'll have to watch this video. But that's the topic for tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys understood it. I hope it made sense. Please subscribe. Please like, share my videos, make some comments. You know, tell me what you guys think. That's it. I'm out.